President Klitschko. Again, yes. President Klitschko, ministers, ambassadors, President of the Congress of Local and Regional Authorities, mayors, professors, ladies and gentlemen. It is my honor today to address you on behalf of the Council of European Municipalities and Regions, the oldest and broadest European Association of Local and Regional Governments. I am humbled and honored to be with you today in the city of Kyiv, the city of heroes, which celebrated its 15th anniversary a few days ago on 29th May, confirming once more the character and DNA of this eternal city, which cannot and won't be defeated even in these darkest hours. Today, you see only one person addressing you on behalf of the CMR from this table. But let me tell you, Mr. President, that if I'm here today, is to bring you the solidarity, the energy, and the strength of more than 1 million local elected politicians, members of our organization. More than 1 million politicians that in these months and still today express the strongest admiration for you and look at you, territorial leaders, as the real depositary of those values that are at the heart of our organization, such as freedom, peace, local autonomy, local self-government. And it is indeed to launch and promote those values that the CMR was created in 1951 in the aftermath of World War II. And let me be clear, it is to erase such values that the Russian Federation is targeting today, cities and municipalities, and kidnapping their political leaders. Let's not be wrong. This is not a side effect of the war, of this brutal war. This is a planned and deliberate action aiming at collapsing the whole of Ukrainian society and governance system by attacking it at its very basis. And this is precisely, Mr. President, why we feel today so close to you. And this is the reason why so many cities and regions have, since the day one of this terrible war, multiplied their initiative in solidarity of Ukraine and support IUC and the Ukrainian people. As Council of European Municipalities and Regions, together with our members, we have mobilized since the very first days our network to support the Ukrainian local authorities who continue their work despite the challenging and dramatic conditions on the ground. In CMR, we did set up a Ukrainian task force where we exchange precious information and join forces with our members to reinforce initiatives in support of Ukrainian municipalities, refugees fleeing from Ukraine, and where national associations or local governments can exchange on experiences of coordinating with local and regional governments. We keep our members fully informed about the urgent humanitarian needs on the ground coming from Ukrainian municipalities, given we are in constant contact with them. We have mobilized financial aid through the partners of our platform flagship program and currently formalizing the delivery of such resources. We have also launched a series of Ukraine updates to raise awareness about the situation in Ukrainian municipalities and to highlight examples of concrete action taken by European municipalities in support of their Ukrainian peers. This is our humble contribution to support you in these days of crisis, Mr. President. But we do recognize the need to prepare tomorrow and to build the future of our territories, of your territories and your local communities. With this in mind, we reach out to the European institutions together with you, AUC, and propose the relaunch and strengthening of the twinning initiatives for the reconstruction of Ukraine. And this, for instance, is the subject of the conversation we will have with Ms. Metsola, the President of the European Parliament, at the end of this month. AUC and CMR can have indeed a strategic role to play in rebuilding of Ukraine, capitalizing on our 20 years cooperation and unlocking the enormous potential of city-to-city and region-to-region cooperation. CMR, together with our flagship initiative, Platforma, plans to continue working very actively to advocate for the strengthening of the role of local governments and their associations in Eastern Partnership countries. And with Platforma, we do support decentralized cooperation in Ukraine through the strengthening of your national association, AUC. With AUC, we are also part of the discussion to launch a European alliance of cities and regions for the reconstruction of Ukraine, which is a led initiative by the Committee of the Regions. I do believe that if we team up all together, we can indeed demonstrate the capabilities of local and regional governments to answer the citizens' needs and expectations for their future and build a sustainable and bright future for Ukraine. Mr. President, let me conclude my intervention with an invitation. This year we celebrate not only the 30th anniversary of AUC, but also the 20 years membership and friendship between AUC and the CMR. To celebrate such a special relationship, we would be glad to have you with us in Bologna for our policy committee, and we would be indeed honored to have you addressing more than 120 local elected politicians, as well as members of the European institution and of the Italian government. So we look forward to it. So long live to AUC and to its friendship with CMR and Slava Ukraine.